Tune in to Fox 31 News at 10 for the Montlick Military Salute of the Week.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Good Day. It's 8:24, and as you know, today is Thursday. That means we're doing our Montlick Military Salute that we do every Thursday. And today on the hot seat is Master Sergeant Jason Spagenberg. He's a career planner down at NCLB, and he's going to talk to us today about himself, his life, his career as a military man, and all that good stuff. Same thing we do every Thursday. You guys know how we do it. All right, how you doing?
Outstanding.
All right,
Happy to be in Georgia.
Good. Well, thank you for coming on this early morning, Master Sergeant Jason Spagenberg. That's a long title, right? Can I just call you Jason?
It's okay.
Okay.
Master Sergeant Jason, it's okay.
Master Sergeant Jason. Okay, now talk to me first of all about what you do down at NCLB. You're a career planner.
Well, basically, as a career planner in the Marine Corps, your job is to, for Marines that are up for reenlistment or they're going to get out at the end of their contract, either 4 years or 8, 16, 20, because usually Marines do about a 4-year stint. You talk to them about their options if they want to stay around the Marine Corps or if they want to go out, go into the civilian sector.
Okay.
And from that perspective, you sit down and talk to each and every Marine when they first come in, after they've joined, and you give them a series of interviews throughout their career to show where they are in their progression of their career, how competitive they are for promotion to the next rank, and what their long-term goals are within the military.
So you kind of just direct them into their future endeavors, like whatever they're interested after they may leave the military, or I guess when they're 4 years or 8 years or 16 years or up, you kind of ask them, what are you interested in? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go from here? And get them kind of started on that.
That's spot on. It's exactly how, basically our job, it was a career counselor, equivalent to.
I was just going to ask you, is it kind of like a counselor?
And you're helping them out, what would help them out. A lot of times certain Marines may want a lateral move, change job title inside the Marine Corps, and you kind of help them out, see if they're qualified for those positions and what they need to do to make him, himself or herself more qualified for that position you're trying to go into.
How'd you get into career planning? Like, what made you go into that a sector of, you know, military life there?
When I first came in, I was initially in a different MOS of a different job title of finance, dispersing, dealt with money and some stuff like that. You really didn't deal too much with Marines, and I seen that, you know, there was a career planner in our unit that dealt with Marines in their careers, and they spoke a lot with the Marines and everything, and I said, that's what I want to do. It was my personality.
Yeah.
And I met the criteria for it, and I submitted for it, and I got it.
All right. How long have you been a Marine?
17 and a half years.
17 and a half years? You look 14. You've been in there for 17 and a half years?
Well, thank you. I actually have a 20-year-old daughter. And
are you serious?
Yeah, a 13-year-old daughter. They're watching, Catherine and Charity, my daughters. I love you.
Oh, you have a 20-year-old? Jeez, Louise. I would have thought you were like 30 maybe?
No, thank you, though. I appreciate it.
So you're an old man, huh? And you don't even look it. No, I'm just kidding with you, Jason Spagenberg. Okay, now talk to me about what is the most rewarding thing about being in the Marines?
The most rewarding thing about the Marine Corps is the intangibles of the pride of belonging, the brotherhood. Of course, when you come in the Marine Corps, the recruiter usually asks you, like, they give you the little tags and you see, hey, what would you join the military? And for myself, I picked pride of belonging and brotherhood and being part of, in my mind, the most elite fighting force in the world.
Yeah.
From doing 3 deployments to Iraq and just recently getting back from Afghanistan from a year.
Wow.
I'm honored to serve in the military and carry on the traditions of the Marines that served before me.
Oh my goodness, 3 deployments to Iraq. Well, thank you first of all for that. I mean, that is just fantastic. I know that when you're over there, you have to stay a long time each deployment. So what was that like, being away from home for all that time?
Well, the first 3 deployments to Iraq were quite dangerous, to be honest with you. And I just got back here in March from Afghanistan after a year-long deployment. That was very hard, being away from my wife, my daughters, particularly away from my wife.
Yeah.
I love my wife very much. She means the world to me, and that was really hard to me.
I bet. She had to hold it down, huh? Have the
yeah,
kids,
my wife
take care of
is true, the real hero. She should be up here being interviewed. Because she's the one that holds down the fort.
Jason Spagenberg's wife, you got a good guy here. That's so sweet. All right, so you said there were some pretty dangerous situations over there. I'm sure you have some stories beyond stories that you could tell over there. What was the most scary thing that happened in your career? If you can think of one thing that just really shook you.
There's probably several things. You know, of course, I was in the initial push in 2003 when we went to Baghdad, and then went to the Battle of Fallujah in 2004. that was probably the scariest time of my life.
Wow.
I was served in the 3rd Battalion 1st Marines. In my mind, one of the greatest units ever. Very historic. I had great leaders in Sergeant Major Sachs. He's retired, and Lieutenant Colonel Buell. These men were just true heroes. People like First Sergeant Castle, now Sergeant Major Castle. You've probably seen them in the news.
Yeah.
And Navy Cross winner. These men were true heroes and
Wow.
patriots. People that you'll read in history books 50 years from now.
Well, we are definitely appreciative of your service. I mean, that you guys go out there and you risk your lives for all of us, and that is so wonderful. And thank you so much, of course, for that, and of course for coming on today and being our military salute hot seat guest today. You did great, by the way. I know you were sitting here like, what do I do? Look at you, look at the camera. Yeah. And no, you did fantastic. Thank you so much, Master Sergeant Jason Spagenberg, and I'm so happy I said your last name correct on the first try, right? All right, thank you for coming on again, Master Sergeant. We appreciate it, of course.